and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Safety with Fat Boy. It is Friday night, August 7th. As every Friday night, this is Behind the Fat. Now, folks, as you all know, normally Behind the Fat, it would be me, Dale Bell, Fat Boy. We'd be explaining things about our lives. We'd be talking about the show. We'd be having a good old time, trying to make you laugh. We've had some Friday nights Behind the Fat where we've had debates with Hillary and Fat Boy. And quite frankly, tonight was supposed to be one of those debates. We had the funeral for Leg on Behind the Fat. But folks, even though this show is still about safety, this whole murder with Bernadette Burnett is encompassing everything right now. So what has happened up to now was Del Bell, Tyrone, and Bri, they are completely gone. They're MIA. They have fallen off the map. They have disappeared. Fat Boy has now disappeared. Krispy Kreme, who came to the secluded area with me and Fat Boy and was only part of the crew for 2 days, he has now disappeared. The only people here in seclusion now in this place is me and our camera girl, Sammy. How you doing, Sammy? So Peter Piper has already interviewed me, and he interviewed Bonate, and he interviewed this Krispy Kreme guy. He was going to interview a few more people today. But now that everyone's taken off, Peter Piper would like me to help him out more like I did the first time around. So without any further ado, here is a man that needs no introduction. Here is Peter Piper. Detective Piper, how are you?
Yeah, God bless you.
How are you, Detective?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, but listen,
I thought you sneezed before you said, and without any further ado, I said, God bless you.
Yeah, that was funny. Detective, I'm feeling really bad here because with everything's going on and you have your people out looking for all these people that are disappearing, the one person that is still here to answer questions is me.
Yes, we really appreciate all your help.
So anything I can do tonight to help you out, I will do.
Yeah, could you hold my PB files?
Sure.
And to readjust. So we're going to be talking a little bit about some of the suspects in the case of who killed Mrs. Bernadette Burnett.
Are you any closer to finding this out?
I am hot on the trail of who killed Bernadette Burnett. So we're going to start by talking a little bit about Fat Boy and Krispy Kreme.
Okay, yeah, I can help you out there a little bit. Let me...
Yeah, thank you. My pee-pee's falling apart. Can I have that?
Sure. Yeah. Are you okay, Detective? You're a little disheveled here tonight.
Well, I'm just having some trouble understanding why they would try to keep this a secret to us.
Who?
So Fat Boy is actually Baby T's father.
Listen, I've got nothing to do with that.
No?
I knew nothing about this.
Well, it seems nobody knew anything about
Detective.
this except for Fat Boy and Krispy Kreme. Fat Boy is his father, and Krispy Kreme is his godfather. And we believe that's why Krispy Kreme is here, to help try to keep everybody safe in their circle. And we believe that may be Fat Boy's motive to kill Bernadette.
Detective, I think it's obvious by now I'm the biggest rat on this set. If I had any knowledge whatsoever that Fat Boy was Baby T's father, don't you think I would have told you? As a matter of fact, I found out some new things now that I'd like to.
Why don't you go ahead and...
Let me start off with saying, I told you at one point that I was giving people alibis and they were paying me for them alibis. Have you?
And I just want to tell you, that's a very genius plan, I believe. Everybody's DNA was in that room. Whether it was in the glass of water or on the piece of the board game Hey Pa, there's a goat on the roof that was stuck inside the pillow. Everybody's DNA was linked to the COVID 2.0 that was somewhere in Bernadette Burnett's room. And you were selling these people alibis when we already have evidence of them being there. Alibis that they didn't need because it doesn't matter.
Okay, Detective, I'll tell you the truth. These people weren't paying me for alibis.
I knew there was something more at play.
I know a lot more about these people than you know, and they were paying me to be quiet.
I don't know about that.
I no longer want to be quiet, Detective. I want to tell you everything. I want to tell you everything I know.
Talk to the player.
What? Is everything okay?
Yeah, you're not telling me nothing.
Detective, let's start off with this. We found out that Fat Boy is Baby T's father.
Okay.
Okay, here's something nobody knows, and I
You
know.
just told me that you had no idea that Fat Boy was Baby T's father. Literally just said that.
I have been a big fat
This
liar.
is no game. This is no laughing matter. You should not be making jokes of this. Do you have information or not?
Fat Boy and Mrs. Scissorhands, and I'm sorry, Edward Scissorhands, if you need to talk, you can call me. I know you didn't know this before. Now, Fat Boy and Mrs. Scissorhands were having an affair, and it's very possible if you do a DNA test on Baby T, you'll find out that Baby T is the bastard child of Fat Boy and Mrs. Scissorhands.
It doesn't shock me. They look just alike.
Sammy, our own Sammy, the camera girl, and I guess after I say this, she might disappear too like the rest of them, but I'm sorry, Sammy, I gotta tell you. I told you that I seen Sammy and Nabi Chang at the Dairy Queen the afternoon of the murder,
See?
and I was wondering what they were doing there. They were at the Dairy Queen, but I knew exactly what they were doing there. Sammy and Nabi Chang were having an affair. As a matter of fact, the reason I know this is because Sammy came walking out of Nabi Chang's room one night and turned around and I heard her distinctly say, "Thank you, Nabi."
No, I just don't know
Wait, there's more, detective. I know you're probably going crazy right now. This is why all these people were paying me money, not for alibis. I knew all this about these people. Del Bell and Baby T, you showed me the picture yourself. There was no shock to me that night, and do you know why there was no shock to me? Because I already knew it, detective. Del Bell and Baby T were also having an affair. Rabbi Lipschitz. Is everything okay?
how.
with that?
Rabbi Lipschitz.
Rabbi Lipschitz and Tinkle and Tyrone
Okay.
were having a threesome. Them three were having an affair.
Rabbi Lipschitz, Tinkle, and Tyrone.
That's why
We're
they
having an affair.
That's why they were paying me money. When you see all this money coming to my account, that's what all that money was for.
And that's your story.
It was hush money.
That's what you're saying.
Shh, hush. It was hush money. And one more thing. You know, I thought at first when Krispy Kreme showed up here 2-3 days ago and started helping us out with the show, I really thought it was from the goodness of his heart.
Okay.
Well, I have since found out that Krispy Kreme himself.
Yes.
Are you okay, detective?
Yes, Krispy Kreme himself. Yeah.
Krispy Kreme, Gonti Bashal, and Dildo were all having an affair.
Together. Do you have any pictures?
No,
That's it.
no. Anyway, detective, this is why these people were putting money into my account. It wasn't for alibis. It was so I would be quiet.
You left one
about all
out,
this.
and I'm a little suspicious as to why. But you didn't tell me about your affair with Mindy the dog. Why is that?
Very good, detective. How did you know about my affair with the dog?
My eyes may be crooked, but I see all.
Okay, I didn't tell you about my affair with Mindy the dog
Very interesting.
for two reasons.
It's very interesting.
Number one, it was completely innocent, and I didn't want you to try to tie this into somehow. Is everything okay with that? Cal?
Yes, it's just very interesting. You didn't want me to go on.
I didn't want you somehow to tie my affair with Mindy the dog into the fact that Mrs. Burnett was killed.
Okay.
That was the first reason. And the second reason was,
I just don't know how you're going to explain.
explain what, detective?
Go on.
The second reason was, who the hell admits to having an affair with a dog? So, yeah, that's the two reasons.
Oh yeah, no doubt, you're fucked up. I just don't know how you're going to explain the fibers from the curtains.
Again,
The fibers from the curtains that were found underneath of Mrs. Bernadette Burnett's fingernails.
okay, I got more to tell you.
Go on.
Del Bell,
Before you go on, I just gotta let you know, we have pictures of you dressed as Bada T in that exact curtain that was hanging that night. I was in that. Of course you did first.
yes, but Del Bell herself washed those curtains. Bought curtains, gone through Michelle's curtains, and the curtains hanging in the kitchen. Del Bell washed those curtains. I didn't want to say nothing. I didn't want to throw her under the bus.
You did.
No.
I have trouble believing it.
Well, I'm the only one without a motive here, detective, as you can see.
So far. Is this your cup?
No. That's your cup, detective.
Really? Because it was sitting here when I got here.
Is there anything else, detective? Because I have a lot to do.
Yes.
I mean, for God's sake, you talk as slow as Mrs. Burnett's did.
I just don't understand how the chip from this cup got into Mrs. Burnett's glass.
Okay, I will tell you this too. I didn't want to say this neither. I don't like
Yeah.
to throw people under the bus.
Oh.
But ever since Krispy Kreme had been here for those 3 days, he insisted on using this cup. Now,
You don't say.
I'm going to guess here that maybe he knew about that chip and wanted.
Go on. He knew about the chip.
Maybe he was. Can I help you with something?
Yeah,
detective?
do you have a magnifying glass?
I think maybe he was trying to take his cup with him
Okay.
because he was wondering where that chip was. So that chip was found under Mrs. Burnett's. Maybe you should find Krispy Kreme.
Maybe I'll
Maybe.
find the killer. Very interesting that you say that.
I try to be helpful, detective. Listen, I'm one of the few, including me and Sammy, are two of the few that took off and are hiding right now. We're still here.
Well, I believe that's... You've given me enough information to get me through the rest of my investigation.
Well,
Who has killed Mrs. Burnett?
If there's anything at all that I can do to help you find any of these people that have taken off and they're in hiding, just let me know. I'll do whatever I can.
Well, just one more thing before I go. I noticed that you're free going.
Is this a problem, detective?
No, I just noticed that you're free going. I don't know how you're going to explain this.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I am probably the only one in this entire group of people who has absolutely no reason to want this old lady dead. I've given all the information I could possibly give to Peter Piper. And let's hope that this bumbling idiot, Peter Piper, can find the real killer. I want everybody to join us tomorrow night on Saturday night when we go back to, if we can find Fat Boy and if we can find Del Bell and if we can find all these people. If not, it might just be me. I might be flying solo as I normally do. But join us tomorrow night for another episode of Safety with Fat Boy. Pibbity, 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 popcorn player. I want everybody to have a great night and a pleasant tomorrow.